So, a pretty surprising reveal for Rise of Iron is that Gjallarhorn is coming back to Destiny for Rise of Iron, Year 3. The big way it was revealed is that it is coming in the form of a pre-order bonus. If you pre-order the game, you get a differently skinned Gjallarhorn. But, you don't just pre-order the game and then get a free Gjallarhorn, you need to complete an in-game quest. So, you'll do the quest, and then if you have the pre-order bonus, you can get Gjallarhorn in a different color. I don't know if you'll get access to both colors if you want. You probably will, though. This begs the question, what does Gjallarhorn coming back to Destiny mean for Gjallarhorn? Should it come back? I mean, obviously it's coming back, it's already a thing, but let's chat about this. For those who don't know, Gjallarhorn was basically the holy grail of heavy weapons. This thing, as far as I was concerned, was overpowered as hell. Every strategy in the game in Year 1, at one point, came down to equip Gjallarhorn, fire rockets, pop synth, fire rockets, and the boss was likely dead at that point. Hell, it likely played a role in getting Skolas from Prison of Elders changed to remove any sort of burn modifiers from the fight because people could kill him in less than a minute. People freaked the hell out when they got Gjallarhorn, and those reactions don't even come close to the reactions of any other weapon. Not even close. People would not invite you to a group if you did not have this weapon. It was finally nerfed as we went into Year 2, but Gjallarhorn was not coming along for the ride anyway, so in the long run, the nerf it received, about 33% less damage on Wolfpack rounds, didn't really matter. In Year 3, Gjallarhorn will come with new stats, with nerfs to its velocity and reload, although it still has 2 rockets in the chamber and presumably will still have its Wolfpack rounds, and to be fair, does come with increased blast radius. Lore-wise, it fits with the theme of the expansion very well. The original Gjallarhorn was designed by Fiesel Crux of Crux and Lomar, the makers of the Truth rocket launcher, forged from the armor of the Guardians who fell during the Battle of the Twilight Gap, one of the most important battles in the Destiny universe. This battle was led by Lord Saladin to fight back against the then allied Fallen Houses. You'll forge your own Gjallarhorn in a very similar way via a quest, according to the Bungie stream. The main reason why I initially thought that the Gjallarhorn shouldn't come back is for a couple of reasons. It was way too good in Year 1. Like I said, every strat devolved into Gjallarhorn spam. Templar, Atheon, Deathsinger, Crota, Skolas, all heroic strikes, everything was Gjallarhorn spam. People blocked you from joining groups if you did not have Gjallarhorn. Now you could argue that Gjallarhorn's effectiveness in something like King's Fall wouldn't be as high as it was in Year 1. For example, Golgoroth would basically laugh at rocket launchers, but Warpriest, Daughters, and certain elements of Oryx would probably still get clobbered. I'd argue that the swords, specifically Razelighter, would probably be better than a current day Gjallarhorn, but obviously you can't use a sword everywhere. The other reason is, to me and probably most of the community, the Gjallarhorn was known as this absolute beast of a weapon that had to be taken out for being so ridiculous, in more ways than one. I don't want to see it return, not because they're going to bring it back in its overpowered form and it's going to ruin everything, because I don't think Bungie's going to do that, but rather because bringing it back at anything less, I think would tarnish its legacy and probably piss people off. I feel like people are expecting the super strong, ridiculous version of the Gjallarhorn, and I don't think that Bungie is going to let that happen again. After all, and I talked about this in a very recent video, it seems that Bungie has made the shift with exotics being more specialized options as opposed to being absolutely dominant everywhere. As much as I had a love-hate relationship with the weapon, I would hate to see Gjallarhorn ultimately end up like a bunch of other non-factor exotics. Yeah, a lot of exotics are good weapons, but I feel like a lot of people get exotic weapons just to get them, toss them in the bank, and then basically forget about them. They feel like they're more for collection now. Alternatively, you could say that Bungie will make it a very good weapon because of the fact that they're hyping it up a ton, making it its own quest, pre-order bonus, so by doing that, it'll be something to use a lot, and that is definitely a possibility. Do I think it's a likely possibility? Not particularly, but it's still possible. I will just say this though, I would not expect the Gjallarhorn of old to come to Year 3. I don't think Bungie is willingly going to put something that was so game-breaking back in Year 1 back into the game without some adjustments. How do you guys feel about the Gjallarhorn returning? Should it have come back? Or should have it kept its legacy intact by not returning? Is a less than stellar Gjallarhorn worthy of even being around in the first place? That's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.